Hola mi gente, Joe Berto back with you at the Credit Card Connection. I'm glad you can join me. You know, as the old adage goes, sometimes all you have to do is ask. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what I did, what I asked for, and what I got in return on two of my cards. And this is important. So if you're interested in seeing what I did to get more miles and to get more credit on that card, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button so it really does help the channel. And we're just gonna jump right into this one. A couple of weeks ago when I put up my video on the 4 cards that I have in my wallet and I made a huge mistake, one of them was actually the United Mileage Plus business card. Now, not that the card itself was a mistake, it was a mistake that because I had 3 other cards running at the same time to meet spend requirements on, and that's a real kick in the head when you need to come up with $23,000 in such a short period of time. Now, when I applied for the United Mileage Plus business card, the offer was 50,000 miles of United miles for $5,000 spent in 3 months, okay? So it wasn't a bad deal from what I figured it out. It would be, the usual 1 cent per point pretty much. So 50K, 5,000 spent, keep it moving, right? About a week or two later after I get the card in the mail, I look online and I see that United's offering the same spend requirement, the same amount of time, but offering out 75,000 miles. It's a huge difference, 50% more. So, part of me was like, you know what? You got your bonus, keep it moving. Then I said, you know what? Let me just give them a shot. So I called Chase and I got through the customer service and I said, look, I just saw this promotion pop up. I recently just got the card, like I think it was 5 days or so. So the woman was kind enough and she said to me, let me put you on hold. Let me look through your account history and see what's going on. She saw that I have 7 cards with Chase alone. And she said, let me speak to my manager to see what we can do. She goes, the current offer is 75,000 miles with 5,000 spent in 3 months, which I knew that part of it. So she came back on and she said, well, looking at your history with us, looking at the business card you've opened with us recently, we're going to match that offer to you, but I can't add it to your account now because it's active. So she put in my notes that once I reach the $5,000 spend requirement, they will then add the additional 25,000 miles onto my account. So that's huge because that's a big jump from the 50,000 miles to 75,000. You're looking at either a better flight that you're going to be able to take to Europe on a business class trip, or if you're going to do shorter trips domestically, 25,000 miles is a heck of a lot to be able to travel within the United States, especially on United. And if you go on off-peak times, you're ahead of the game. So by just calling and asking if they were able to match that new bonus sub and being able to get it was huge. So if you ever find yourself in that position where, you apply for something, you get it, and a short time later, you see that it's changed for the better, then you do yourself a favor and just pick up the phone and call customer service and tell them your side, and they will hopefully do like Chase did to me on this end. So that was a huge win just for asking. The second one is one that actually I did a little while ago, and that was one for the Wyndham Business Earners Card. When I went to Europe a couple of months ago, I was staying at a Wyndham hotel, and I took my Wyndham Business Card. I only got credit for my room instead of the other rooms that I had under the card for the same reservations. I called up Wyndham and I asked them if they would please do me a favor and look into it because there was nothing in the language prior that said it was just for one room. It was under one reservation with the one card. So 2 months went by and I got an email from them stating, hey, we looked into your situation. We see, you're a Diamond member. We're going to give you the multipliers for those particular rooms that you also had on your reservation. So my points for Wyndham jumped from 75,000 points to 151,000 points to use at Wyndham, which is huge. In addition, I called Barclays because I had a pretty low credit limit on the business card of 5,000. And I said, look, it looks like I'm going to be staying at Wyndham properties from now on. I would like an increase, but I don't want a hard inquiry, which they do when you're asking for a credit increase. Not all banks just give you that one break. So what I decided to do was call them and I said, look, what can you do? I have a Barclays JetBlue card with $17,000 credit line. So what they did was they said, look, normally we only do business reallocation to business reallocation in terms of money between accounts. In this case, they took $5,000 from my JetBlue account and moved it over to my Wyndham Business Earners account, giving me now $10,000 available in my Wyndham Business Earners because I'm not using JetBlue as much anymore. Actually, my balance is at zero. I've been using United more. So just by calling up and asking, they were able to give me the additional $5,000 I was seeking as a credit line amount increase without a hard inquiry or a hard pull. And I was able to get the cushion that I needed on that card in order to meet any future spend requirements that I'm going to have when I do stay at those properties. So just remember, in the future, if you get a bonus that looks like you can do better, call and ask. If you want reallocations of funds between your accounts, call and ask. You have nothing to lose by just calling and asking. All the worst thing they could do is say no. In my case, I was real lucky. They said yes 3 separate times for 3 different things, and I was able to come out ahead. So if you have any other questions or comments on any of the things I just spoke about, do me a favor, hit the comment below, leave me any comments, any questions you have. Always remember to like and subscribe. And as always, I thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.